get him to the wall. Oh, and that looks like Nugget is pulling out his signature costume. Let's see how this affects the mental state. Oh, would you look at that. So perfect. Open, big hit from Nugget out the gate. Lee and Steve going at it. Hitman stance. Oh, but there's no match for this, what I can only assume is perhaps the least martial art-like move in history, the running king hit. But let's see what happens. Steve at a disadvantage now, but he's getting in close to Lee's guard. Ooh. Rage Art on board now. Let's see. Oh, he gets him with it. Can he catch him with this Rage Art? Ooh, the machine gun kick. But he's only got a chip left of damage, and he KOs him. First round going to Lee.
Round 2. Fight.
Sorry about that. I was just getting my water. And here we go for our second round. Looks like Lee's taking the advantage once more, but Steve is not giving up, getting some nice chip damage in. Ooh, let's see, can he make it though? Lee being brought down to half health gets the grab. Only a few chips away for Steve, but he comes out with the Rage Driver. Will it hit? No, it just misses. Spaced just well enough. One more low hit, and that is the second round to Lee.
Round 3. Fight.
Yep, start of the third round now. This might be the end of the first match if Lee can seal this out. We've got Steve on deck. There's no guarantee that this is going to be it. Nugget over here looking like some sort of Mad Hatter with a paintbrush, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough for him. As Lee almost perfects it. That would be, I think, our first perfect of the tournament. But he doesn't. Steve coming in, laying that damage on hard with the Rage, but gets KO'd by a quick jab out of Lee. First match from our newcomer and starter player, Nugget. The round starts and Lee whiffs a move and is immediately punished by Steve, coming in strong with some follow-up with high moves. But Lee, kicking into the lower and mid-range to chip back into Hitman stance, returned right in kind by Steve, with his hood now down. These players are trying to play a much more spaced-out game, both players exhibiting a lot more defensive play than some of the others in the tournament thus far. But let's see. Steve has to be careful getting carried to the wall. Lee's now in Rage Drive though, but it's not going to be too much. Both have Rage. Let's see if what each player can do. Here comes out the Rage. Oh, blocked, and here comes the punish. And that looks like the first round is going to go to Steve. Nugget seems to have really found his edge playing a much more wait-and-see kind of whiff-punish game, so let's hope we can get more of that out of him, because his relentless aggression seems to do nothing but trouble. Lee keeping him out with some nice kick chip damage into the lowers, getting the knockback. Tries to do a jump kick though and gets punished by Steve, but gets sweeping him back. Kruger only taking a little bit of chip damage on the ground. Let's see if Steve can even this damage up, because at the moment he's in a bit of a tight situation. That flip kick coming in, he's at the wall, and it looks like this is going to be it for Steve. Rage Driver in effect, but let's see what happens. Blocked, pushed away, and the quick kick comes in from the mid to seal out round 2. Ooh, a lower from Lee, but a jumping attack from Steve manages to catch him, bringing him down to, oh, and 2 quick encounters have put Lee at half health. He's going to have a hard time coming back from this as he gets closer and closer to the wall as Lee pins him in, as Steve herds him. But looks like we have the miss kick catching him. Both players close now. Rage Driver up on Lee, Rage Driver up on Steve, both playing a game. Ooh! Looks like we're going to see Steve take another round as the Rage Art is punished with another Rage Art. Steve looking mighty cool there, despite the fact that he almost lost that round.
Round 4.
Match point for Nugget. Ooh. Some aggression early on from Kruger in the start of the round. Lee doing some work with his machine gun kicks, trying to get him closer, but that jumping move was not what it called for while he was on the ground. Letting Steve get out with a miss kick will put him down to half health. And some more chip damage will get him down to a quarter. Machine gun, Rage. Oh, here comes a nice Lee trying to seal it out, and now we're at match point for both. If Lee wins this next round, Steve and Nugget are eliminated. And it looks like Lee's going to get that early aggression, getting that damage in, but some nice sidestep and attack counters from Steve have now got Lee at half health. It's too fucking hot. Here we go. Looks like we are seeing a much more defensive game from Steve now, trying to bait out options. And that is now 1-1 for both our players. Let's see if we have any switch-ups in the next round. What do you all think in the chat? You all think that this is a good move, or do you think he should have stayed? Oh, this is a very interesting outfit coming out of Steve, though. It exerts the sort of power that only Chads possess. But it looks like Lucky Chloe does not care about your Chadness and is going straight for those bowls. Punishing these whiffs hard with the carries. These nice combos linking together. Steve, not to be slept on though, evening the scores back up. Got a nice grab, but it's broken. High kick, getting carried. Rage up, but the lowers connect. He's gonna have to be really careful. That siren light coming off, but here comes a punish. Oh, and it's blocked. But oh no, one more chip. It's not looking good for Steve in this first round. And the lower chips him out. First round to Lucky Chloe. Ooh, Lucky Chloe opening with a jump kick, snuffing out the jump punch from Steve. Comboing back into the overheads, doing a nice spin twirling with the, what I can only say. You know what? I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm just going to watch this lady flip like an acrobat all over this man's balls, because that is exactly what is happening. Are we going to see a perfect round? No. Nugget knows that the only failure in this game is to be perfect by your opponent. That is true defeat. Opening up strong this round though. Knows that he's on match point. Knows that if Lucky Chloe gets one more win, he's eliminated from... Well, he's going to be knocked down into the loser's bracket. I don't know why I said eliminated. My brain's too scattered. And he looks like he's putting on that pressure nice and hard. Rage Art is up on Lucky Chloe though. And she does have that comeback potential. So let's see what's going to happen. Oh, and the jab whiffs as the Rage Art is low. But now the Rage Art is up on Steve. Both players are going to be very careful. Can the lower... Nugget is still alive, fighting to stay out of the loser's bracket, putting in that pressure at the very start. Some nice jab combos, punishes the grab. Get off me. That's what you get. No grabbing. You can't touch this. Some nice jab spacing, trying to catch the other sleeping. Lucky Chloe gets a few more chip damage in, but Steve taking the advantage. A nice sweep though, lower. Putting them back at medium range, up and close now. Steve putting in work. Nugget swishing up between that aggression and that defense quite well. Rage Art's on board though, but here comes the grab, and it's going to be 2 apiece. Let's see if Nugget can drag this out into a game 3. Putting that pressure up, Lucky Chloe responding, but blocked. Counters coming out. Ooh, that would have been bad, but the grab. Lucky Chloe not looking good right now. Oh, but avoiding the perfect. Getting some hits in. Both players playing very carefully. They do not want to get eliminated, but the grab comes out. Rage Art online. But that poke from that kick on the get-up attack. Just clipping. Jump kick, spins, lowers. Here comes the combo. He's going to have to be very careful. One more combo from Lucky Chloe will end his life. But if he can land the Rage Driver, that punch in, but here comes the Rage Driver and the punish is going to come out. And here comes his own Rage Driver. But it's going to miss because he didn't wait for them to get back up from the spin animation, but takes the round. Match is now at 1-1.